My own particular research focuses on the maritime world of the Byzantine Empire. And to do that, I look at a variety of sources, from shipwrecks and archaeological data to textual sources, accounts of maritime travel, maritime law, tax registers, monastic records, and also these nautical allegories that come up in orations and historical accounts, etc. Of course, I'm concerned a lot with the maritime community. These are sailors, shipwrights, captains and fishermen and their families. And I try to understand who built these ships, where they built them, who fished, who sold the fish and who paid a tax on the fish, and who ferried around all these diplomats. And by doing that, I can trace the changes and patterns in technological innovation, material exchange, and mobility across time. And of course, these changes don't exist outside of this broader cultural production. People graffitied little ships on church walls. They drew ships on manuscripts. They wrote poems about storms. They kind of created their own maritime world through metaphors, where the church is a ship and is being tossed around in the waves of heresies. And by bringing these social and cultural aspects together, I try to offer a more comprehensive narrative of maritime history of Byzantium, which moves beyond naval warfare and just warships, but considers how the sea kind of silently shapes the lives of ordinary people. And I think maritime history and this maritime perspective is a great way to ask broader historical questions, because it looks at the whole of the society. So I consider a shipwright's apprentice who's kind of carving these little wooden dowels at a shipyard, and then the shipwright who kind of puts them into the strakes of the ship, and he's measuring with his finger how far apart these are. And when we look at the shipwrecks, we can see this measurement. And at the same time, we have an emperor who's writing a naval treatise and is telling, he's advising the generals to, bring these extra oars on the warships and do this maneuver and that maneuver. So it gives us this incredible perspective on the lives of both ordinary people and state, and how these different actors interact with one another through their relationship with the sea. When I was accepted to Cambridge University, my supervisor said, this is going to be great, aside from the wonderful weather we always get. But he said, the world will come to you. And this has been my experience for the past 3 years. Being able to walk for 5 minutes to a seminar of a world-renowned scholar, from having access to all these resources from around the globe, it gives you an extraordinary PhD experience. University of Cambridge and in broader academia, the higher you get in academic ranks, the less women you find in these positions. And I think in Cambridge, the highest professorship, only 30% is women. So being at Newnham, walking these corridors and seeing left and right all these women who've succeeded, who fill these positions, and being mentored by them, being supported by them, is an incredible experience. And for me, the most important part of Newnham, aside from the research grants, the great library and amazing staff, has been the pastoral support. My college tutor and my college mentor has been very important for me, coming from a different country to another side of the world, leaving your family, culture, everything behind, and undertaking such a demanding academic program like a PhD. Knowing that someone here has your back is an invaluable experience. And I think this is how I will